What's going on, everyone? Big Bob. Welcome to our first episode of It's What We Do podcast. First off, I'd like to thank my producer, July King, aka Alpha Films. Also to our sponsors, Black Widow Investigations. Thank you guys once again for believing in us and making everything we do a reality. If you guys have any legal issues, hit them up on Instagram at BlackWidow_investigations. Let them know we sent you, and one of their team members will reach to you and reach out to you. God damn it. We're gonna keep going. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and once again, we're back on the chopping board, the learning board. This is my first podcast, and we got Arley, the mayor of Victorville.
No, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it. Blessing to be the first one, so we can fuck this one up a little bit, you know? So we're gonna be good.
We already had a little rough start, you know, but it's all, we picked the right guy for the first podcast. Mm-hmm. So Arley, you're born and raised in Victorville.
Was born in Bellflower.
Okay.
Moved to Victorville around, I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. So I just consider it born and raised.
Yeah.
Like if I fought here and lost my virginity here, I always consider like that's where you lived, you know? So that's where you're born and raised. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've been here over, 22 years, and I call it home. It's the longest place I've been at one time. So for me, when people say where you're from, I just say Victorville. It's, you know, I'm gonna be 42 next month, so it's easier just to not have to explain where I came from. And
for sure.
But, you know, it is where all my friends are. My kids are born and raised here. My wife's born and raised here, so.
Yeah, nice desert rat. What do they call it? Desert rat.
Desert rat.
My brother's born and raised here.
Yeah.
And then now I'm making my family here, so I feel it. Everybody's here.
And you literally are getting your family started.
I'm literally getting my family started.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Arley, 31.
31, yes sir. Yes, sir.
Young man. Now you started in the clothing game in high school?
I started in the clothing game when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
At first, I wanted to be a rapper, but I quickly found out I sucked, right? So then
Like you genuinely sucked, or you just thought you sucked?
No, I genuinely sucked.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, they told me like, yeah, it's cool. Don't even try anymore. But I got into clothing after that. Out of the necessity of, because at that point it's 2008 and the market was crashing.
Okay.
Right, so there wasn't much money around in the household, so I thought it was the best idea of me and my brother kind of start our own thing. So that's where we got the name Beyond Aware, because B is the initials of my brother, which is Brandon.
Okay.
And A was my initial, Arley. And at the time I was like super conspiracist and like, you know, like the government is hiding things. So that's where the name came from. But
is that the aware part?
The aware part, yeah.
Okay.
And Beyond, we just kind of put it together. You know?
Yeah.
At the time when you're 20 and you got a 16, my brother's 4 years younger than me, 16-year-old, like, you're just having fun.
Right.
I still remember being in the room, just drawing notes and then drawing designs and kind of figuring out what was going to be the brand. But there was no direction. It was just, we just want to do something for ourselves and then not be so expensive going to like Tilly's and
right.
$30 on Diamond Tea or the hundreds, right? So that's kind of how it evolved. And we just kept it going, you know?
Now, what did you say you didn't have an idea of what you wanted? Was it more, because coming from the hip hop, was it more street, what do you call it, like streetwear? Streetwear?
Yeah. So it was just like, streetwear was just in, and that was just the environment that I was around. So just what I was influenced by.
Right.
And then it was just very popular in that time period, right? So we kind of stuck to that, and then we just kind of copied like the greats, and then from there just added our own flavor, you know?
It's crazy because like the hip hop, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it, hip hop culture or streetwear, that's a huge community. Even people who don't, like one thing I've noticed and learned throughout the years, even if you don't live that life fully, there's still people that like, I don't know if associate's the right word, like they're part of it still.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and then there's people who are like, that's their hip hop and hip hop heads, the shoe heads and all those guys. I'm like, oh man, it's a whole world.
No, it is, man. Obviously there's hip hop can be from like graffiti to, what's it called? Like, crump dancers, all the way to like rappers, you know, and then even R&B, poetry, right? It's not just one one general like field, I guess.
Right.
It's broad. So, and I enjoy it. It's just what I grew up listening to, and what I grew up like wanting to like put my 2 cents into it. You know.
So did you ever make an album?
Did I make an album? No, I made like 2 songs.
Where can we find them?
No, dude, hell no.
I want to be the judge of how bad it really was.
Dude, I'll send you.
And I don't think it was bad.
Nah, it was bad. It was bad. Nah,
Maybe we can use it for the intro for this.
Yeah, I'll try to find it. You know, I made a song with my good friend Aaron A. Kane, and I performed, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, I performed once, and man, that shit was rough. There's some footage out there, and I hope they fucking delete it, cause I don't want to see it at all.
Now, Kane, I hear that name quite a bit. He's out there doing it, right? I know Julio's produced some stuff for him as well, right?
Yeah, Kane is one of my good friends. It's crazy. Me and Kane, we met at a beer pong like party.
Really?
And then his homies were trying to beat me up, you know. For some reason, one of his buddies was throwing up, and I went over there just being the good guy that I am, and I was like, "Hey man, you good?" And his buddies thought I was like pressing him or something.
Yeah.
So they're gonna jump me.
Wow.
And then Aaron's sister, I went to high school with her. We were the same grade, and she got in the middle and was like, "No, this is my friend." And she stopped the whole situation, and then from there, me and Kane just became friends, you know?
Wow.
And a weird story.
Yeah,
We've been rocking together for about now, like, I want to say like 10 years, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was with you even before you started your journey in what you do now?
Yeah, he had his own thing. It was called NID, which was at the time Nerds in Disguise.
Okay.
Right? And it was just like a hip hop crew, rap crew. And then I had Beyond Aware, and then we ended up ultimately over time came together and created Matt Studios. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so he is part of Matt Studios as well?
Yeah, so he's one of the initials in Matt Studios.
So for people who don't know, what is Matt Studios?
Matt Studios is a creative hub, right? And that's evolved into a marketing content brand.
Okay.
Right, so we get hired by different companies to either film, photography, or design. And now it was just like a fun hangout spot, but it really evolved into a business, you know,
Wow.
that kind of feeds multiple people. So.
And that's what you're doing now, full time?
Yeah, I do that full time, yeah.
And so you're like a media, what would you call it? Media?
Yeah, media director.
Director, okay.
Is what people call me, usually when I get hired on for a project. And media director, I mean, I've been a lot of things, you know.
Right.
I've been the business card guy. I mean, I sold business cards to you, bro.
You did flyers for us as well?
Yeah, I made flyers, and I've been the banner guy. I've been the T-shirt guy, the hat guy, just A to Z, right? Anything that's in marketing and branding, I've done. A lot of people don't even know, bro. I went to school. I have a bachelor's in marketing, so that's kind of something that I'm very proud of.
Right.
But I don't really announce it like that. You
Right,
know?
right. Yeah, but your work, there's a lot of people out there who go to school for marketing.
For sure.
Right? We deal with them all the time.
No.
And I sit there and I just sit and I think, there's no way you do marketing for a living. But your work shows, now that you said that, you know what I mean? Like if people weren't sure, no, okay, well, yeah. But I think marketing is also a skill.
Yeah, it is.
Right? It's not just something you could just, I mean, I'm sure you could learn it, but it's like anything, right? You just don't have it. Some people have it, some people don't.
Yeah, man. I always compare it to, it's like picking up women. Some people can do it, and some people struggle, you know? So it's like, are you smooth? Or can you get the attention of people?
Right, right.
If you can't, then you have to find a different direction, right? So that's how I compare like marketing and branding.
Right. So you're the closer.
I'm the closer. Yeah, that's my little title, right? And then that's our like catchphrase. We're closing today. We're closers, you know. And now I'm just trying to, like, I've evolved now, right? Now I'm trying to get the people around me to be closers as well. It can't just only be me.
Right.
Because you start to feel. Man, I was making T-shirts, bro, like 10 years ago. I had no clue how to run a business, and then now I've evolved into a business that really entitles like multiple talents in order to get the job done.
Right.
So it's been good, man.
I mean, throughout the years, I've watched you, and it's crazy how you went from, you know, like even just equipment-wise, you know, one camera to freaking drones to lights to, you know, I see when you guys are out doing real estate, you got a whole setup, like, and it's insane. I'm like, dude, this guy is doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and in the desert, there's not, as far as I know, there's not too many people that are actually, as far as I know, I may be wrong, but from what I've seen, like, I never seen the setup you guys have for what you're doing, right?
Yeah, no, that's a lot of just I guess, hard work, right? And then just believing in yourself and then investing in yourself. So I've been very smart on the money that I make, what to do with it. And it's like, I read a book, it was called The Richest Man in Babylon. And in that book, it tells you every dollar that you make, you should save 10%. And then once you have enough accumulated, from there, you invest it into things that you know are going to give you a return. Okay. Right. So that's just, I just literally just read the book, used that strategy, and then that kind of took me to a whole nother level, right? Last year I really sensed it, like, okay, things are changing, because I got flown out to New York, I got flown out to Miami, and then all for work. Wow. And at the same time is... so
you're branching, you're more than just the desert.
Yeah, more than just the desert, yeah. I'm IE, LA, New York, and then now Miami.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
What did you guys do out there in Miami?
In Miami, we did a seminar, so I was able to record a seminar and then be involved in the seminar, and then that was my first time going, so I went out too.
Right. You got to do a job. Pleasure and
business and pleasure at the same time. Yeah. And then New York, I went to go do real estate. Real estate jobs out there. So.
Wow. So they actually real estate company obviously actually took you out there.
Yeah.
Look at now, lying to myself, I'm stuttering. Flew you out there to have you do your media directing.
Do my media directing, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations,
the company is Compass. No, thank you, bro. Compass Real Estate, and then my homie Adam is the one that made the connection.
Yeah. Now it's funny because they call you the mayor, but you've actually also worked with a mayor out in the desert, right?
Yeah. So I got into politics, right? The city of Adelanto. Okay. I help out Mayor Gabe, and then City Councilman Daniel Ramos, which I've run both their campaigns to help them get into city council. But my first taste in city, as far as like political, I moved to Mexico probably when I was like 25 years old, trying to figure things out. And I worked with my uncle out there, and this is when I first started getting the sense of I wanted to do marketing and media.
What do you mean figure things out?
So you're 24 years old. I was working at GameStop. And I wasn't going to school, I wasn't doing anything. I'm like, I had the brand, but at the time, I think the brand was just to kind of have something and do something, right? Right. So, but other than that, I really had nothing else going. So one of my tias from Mexico came. I spent some time. I've loved the time I spent with them, and then I realized, I'm like, man, I got a lot of family in Mexico that I don't know who they are, Right. And that's where my parents are from. And so I went out there, I stayed out there for 4 months. I got a job in marketing and media, and that's where everything started to kind of evolve and form together.
So was that your first time doing something like that, media marketing?
Yes.
I mean, you had the clothing brand, but job or
as my job, that was my first time. Because before that, I worked in GameStop. I worked at Winco. I was a fucking cart boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cart technician.
Yeah, it's cart technician. If you don't put your cart back, you're a dick. You know what I mean? I worked in aviation. I was would strip out the old planes for United Airlines. I did that. I was a 411 operator. So,
Really?
Yeah, I worked in construction. I did a bunch of jobs, and it just was, I never liked it. I always jumped into the next one. I've done this the longest compared to everything else that I've done.
It's crazy. You did all of that at such a young age.
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
So you were literally trying to figure out your young years.
In my young years,
wow.
Yeah. And then when I went to Mexico, I went back to school for marketing, and at the same time, I was learning marketing with people that were 40 years old, 35, and I was hand on hand with the company. Right. And they taught me everything. And so that's where I learned backtracking. That's where we were handling a lot of political campaigns in Mexico. And that's where I was I got introduced, and I learned it.
So you went to school in Mexico as well? Okay, you picked the vibe there, picked up the...
Yeah, I went to Mexico, and then when I was out there, I joined online school, and then when I came back, I completed it.
Did being out there open your mind to a whole different...
Yeah, it got me focused, bro. Yeah, real shit. I was just drinking with the homie, and I still enjoy drinking. I'm drinking with the homie right now, but I just didn't have direction. You know what I mean? I was just working and bullshit 9 to 5, and not going to school. I had just like broke up with my girlfriend. Didn't know really what to do.
Right,
you know?
right.
And so going out there, I got to visit my family that I just never knew who they were, but never grew up with them or knew really like who they were, like their personality, stuff like that. And I got to know like why my parents are how they are because they're from there, you know. And it gave me a deeper appreciation. So when I came back, I was like, oh, I was focused, bro.
Yeah.
And from there, I just been grinding since. You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So have you been back since
Yeah, I have been. Me and my lady, we plan on going. We're just talking about today. I'm dual citizenship, you know.
Oh, okay,
I'm dual citizen, and I need to go get some paperwork.
Yeah.
And because I want to buy some. My ultimate goal is to buy a property and retire in Mexico. You know?
And you can't do that, right? Unless you have a dual.
You can. There's ways. Like you can get a trust through the bank and and have it under your name, but that's like a bunch of legalities. And
right.
It's just easier for me to do it this way. But I have gone back, and then every time I go back, it feels the same. It feels like I'm home. You know.
Yeah.
That's my parents' home. Like my parents are immigrants. They came here to the States. They made it happen. And that's always been my mentality. Like, if they came here to make it happen, how can I make it happen? I need to do it like times 10, right? And then once I get my stuff, like, let me go back to homeland. You know?
Well, you said it's like home. Technically, it is your roots. You are there. Your blood's there.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it's crazy how, like, throughout the years, right, you went there. You know, we've been following each other for a long time. I don't know, maybe it's just the beginning. We started Bonehead in 2014.
Yeah, 14. I was 2011. I think we did we because Menzel at Menzel.
It was, George.
Shout out to George. What's up, George?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was that because I think he was doing a hat or something like that, or I needed something done. I don't know, maybe it was the cards or something. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got my buddy Arley." I was like, "All right, let's do it." But it's crazy how like, and even I was telling Myra, my wife, how you evolve as a person and don't realize it, right? The more you get into like business and the more serious you're getting about your passion, right? And what you want, you change. You know, and for me, I was talking about my Instagram page. Like before we started all this, it was just like I post crazy shit, fun stuff, but it was like wild.
Yeah.
And I was telling man the other day I was looking through it, and my personal page is actually pretty boring now. I mean, boring in a sense where. And I shouldn't say boring because it's my personal page, so it's a lot of family, but I do post a lot of business stuff. And I was going through, or a lot of promotion, right? Because that's what we do. I'm like, I was going through this, man, I didn't realize how much I've changed as a person until I was going through it. I'm like, and I see that in you, like you've changed as a person, right? The direction you're going now.
For sure.
Right? You want to evolve into more media, right? More real estate, stuff like that, as opposed to the, you know, with your rap career ending so early. You're, you know
I'm glad it ended, bro, because fuck, man.
2-hit wonder.
2-hit wonder, not even a hit, you know.
It hit something, hit the wall.
And you know what? You know who inspired me to rap? You know, Jared Osborne used to rap, and he made good songs.
All right, Jared, I know you're watching the room. You guys are going to do a duet, you and Arley.
His name was Tricky Spade. Shout out to Tricky Spade, bro.
Just got put on blast.
Yeah. That's what the show's about, right?
It's what we do.
Yeah.
But so like, what's the bigger plan? Because I know we're talking, and your goal is to do the media, to do more real estate.
Yeah.
Is that the, I don't want to say end, but is that where, you got anything bigger than that? Or you just do a step at a time?
Yeah, you know, I do a step at a time, but I just make sure I do things that I enjoy.
Right.
That's the biggest thing, making sure that I'm happy. And then the things that I'm involved in is things that I actually love to do, right? I won't start like a fucking dog food company.
Right.
But I'll start a candle company. I love candles, you know? Like there's things that I want to make sure that I put my life in things that I wake up and I'm like, I'm happy to chase the dream, you know?
Yeah.
And if you start like stretching yourself out a little too thin and just chase the fucking money, you start like losing the direction, you know? So my biggest thing, I really don't have like, what's the ultimate goal? It could be $1 million, it could be $2 million, it can be 100 million, it can be 100 fucking homes. Who knows, right? I just want to make sure like when I wake up, it's doing what I enjoy to do. And that's the biggest thing. That's how I live my life, you know? So if opportunity presents itself and if it makes sense, and at the time it can tie into what I'm doing, I'll do it, you know?
And the same token, have you probably done stuff too where you're like, oh shit, this sounds pretty cool. All right, let me work with this. Let's try. You know, it doesn't sound terrible, and it failed. Or,
for sure.
You know, and I tell people all the time, like, say, well, how do you know if it's something I think we have an opportunity at? Well, try it.
Yep.
And at least, but the same token, like you said, if I don't feel it or I want nothing to do with it, I won't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's been plenty of times where we tried something. It's like, oh, that was cool, but I'm out, or it didn't work, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know, you never know unless you try, right?
For sure.
And but like you said, you have to feel it. You have to feel it. You can't just. I'm not big on just doing it. I used to be. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I'm in. And then as you grow, as you mature and you learn, you're like, you don't. Especially my wife's like, nah, I don't know. I don't feel that. I'm like, now I listen to her. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't feel it either. I'm not gonna do it just because of whatever. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think me and you are just very red. You know, we just like to do.
Right.
And then at some point, you start realizing like, yo, I'm fucking myself up by just doing everything, you know? So then you just kind of pick out exactly what makes sense for you.
Right. And so now you're looking to buy a home right now?
Yeah, I'm in escrow. Probably gonna get my keys in next week.
And you're moving your family?
Yeah, me and my family we're moving together, you know? That's what's crazy.
So this will be the first time you guys living together?
That's the first time we live together, yeah. It's gonna be fun. I get a lot of warnings, but you know, like I really love my lady, you know? And I think it's not gonna be easy, but I feel with communication, respect, we can make it work, you know?
And you guys been together for a while.
Yeah, we've been together. I like to joke around for like 13 years, you know? But we've been together for, I met her back in
yeah, I was gonna say, why the joking around for 13 years?
No, that's another story, bro. I cannot get into that. You know? She'll slap the shit out of me. But we got together, we started dating, and yeah, we've been together for probably 6 years. I started to count. I don't know. I don't think I officially asked her out. I just said like, you're mine, and then
that's it.
Let's go. You know?
Hey man, hit her on the head.
Yeah,
let's
like,
go.
Boom. Picked her up, you know. So yeah, but it's been a while.
Now for people who may not do like entrepreneurship work and business owners,
For sure.
they don't understand what it takes to have like a strong woman to support, like in our instance, we're support the man because we're men. But they don't like people. I don't know what people think if it's just like happens or it's just like that's the way it is. Your lady has to be strong to understand and to support what we do.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like there's no way around it. I've said it before. It's like if my wife didn't support what I do, this would not be fun.
No.
Because right now my phone will be blowing up. Where are you? It's 9:30. It's Saturday night. I want to watch a movie. It's like, are you coming home? Are you almost done?
Yeah.
No, she's right here. You know, it's like she has drinking her Bud Light. No, but it's like
I'm married.
But you need that strong support. So she's been with you since the beginning, which was still not even nothing, pretty much, right? Just you were still seeing the bigger vision.
For sure. When we got together, I think I was barely getting the office. So I remember getting the office. I remember graduating, and then having a girlfriend. It was a lot of stuff at the same time, you know. Yeah. But yeah, we wrote it out. Obviously, it's not always great. You know, you got to work through the downs. But when you're an entrepreneur or you're a constant hustler, it's good to have that. It's good to have that support and that backing, because then there's always someone that has your back, right? And you can go and they could kind of let you know, give you direction, and they won't sugarcoat it. You know, it'll be to the fucking point. So that's cool. You know, that's something that I've learned now. At first, I didn't involve her. At first, it was always like, this is what I'm doing, and I kept my relationship on the side. But now I found it's a lot easier to put it together. Right. And obviously, she's not gonna go do things, but I do ask for her input. And then now, as I'm traveling, as there's opportunities to travel, like I'm trying to include her, you know, if it lines up, you know, with her schedule.
That's awesome.
We have a kid, and kids are Kids are hard. I thought I'm still a kid, you know?
Just put whiskey in their bottles.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're not a baby on. She's a little older.
Nah, they'll take her if I do that.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
Something I wanted to ask you, I want to pick your brain about.
For sure.
You know, I did this recently, maybe in the last year and a half, is I've thinned out my, I hate the word circle because that's just a stupid word. My associations,
sure.
I guess I should say, right? Not in a bad way. I cut the fat, like they say, right?
Yeah.
And I quit. For me, I also quit comparing myself to what other people are doing.
Yep.
Because the truth is, I don't, like, in a respectful way, I don't care what other people are doing. We're working on what we have going on, and that's all I care about. I need to care about. And with your growth, that, you know, I mean, you're springing up, like the last year you have just, right, you were saying you've been treated, they've called you to seminars, they've called you to New York for real estate.
Yep.
Do you think that's something you've done or practiced, or have you, because you're maturing, right? You're getting away from the studio thing. You want to you're away from the hip hop thing. So your surroundings are going to be more mature, more business aspect.
Yeah.
Is that something you've done, or do you think that's something that just certain individuals need to do?
So in my case, I'm very big on your networking, right? And constantly being out there and meeting people. So not necessarily I've gone away from the hip hop, but just me in general. Like I'm not in the studios anymore and doing all that extra stuff. It's good for my homies because that's the field that they're in. But I like to connect the dots for people, right? And so I do understand as far as trimming the fat when there's someone that's just like draining a little too much, right? Or not being positive. You don't necessarily have to cut them off and be like, yo, I'm never gonna talk to you. You're just limited, you know? You limit that interaction with them. But then taking into like more business-like, to me it's always been very important of making sure the people around me that do want to grow understand that whether you're doing hip hop or clothing, because I still do that stuff. I'm still around it because it inspires me, you know, and it's like a hobby, right? Like I sell merch, I do make sales, but it's not what I do 24/7. I do it because at this point now it's part of me, and I enjoy making it, and I enjoy, well, let's talk about it. I enjoy people wearing my shit, you know? It's cool to see, you know?
People, I've always said that people dig like what we've designed.
For sure, bro.
They want to buy it, not only buy it, they want to rock it.
They want to rock it.
It's a good feeling.
So it's like everything just has its time period, and making sure you balance everything, right? And then going back into, if you do the clothing, right? If you want to go back into clothing, just making sure whatever you learn in the business, now you're adding it into those elements that can potentially grow, and someone in your camp can run that and can make money, you know, and make a living, right? So I don't trim the fat, like I said. I just limit now, and then making sure that whatever I decide to do, it's in the business sense, there is structure.
Right.
It's not as wild as fucking how I was a couple years ago, you know?
Yeah, you worded it better than me. I guess I've never like told someone fuck off.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
limit it.
And sometimes it's family, dude, and it hurts, you know, like them being so negative, or someone that you fucking started everything with, you know, and splitting into a different direction, and you just have to be okay that you know, like I say, you know, release it to your destiny type of thing, and then later on, if you meet up, you know. But if it's hindering you, if it's being an anchor, literally you're being an anchor to the other individual as well. You're not being fair, you know.
Wow.
So it
goes both ways. I never thought about it like that.
It's not just them. It's also us too, you know.
Right.
Because now we're just like, our energy doesn't align because we're not trying to be there, but we're forcing to be there.
See, I don't see myself like that. Yeah. They're the problem.
Yeah, well, that's because you're great, big Bob. Yeah, you know, they're the fucking problem, not us, huh?
So what's next for? I know you just said Beyond Aware. I know you do like limited drops.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much where you're going to stay with it, or do you maybe plan on picking it back up to another level? Or 'cause I know, like, for me with Bonehead, I don't have the passion.
Yeah.
Like, and going back to the passion thing, I don't like faking the funk.
For sure.
If I'm not in it, I'm not in it.
Yep. So you don't want to make no merch? That's what you're saying?
As of now, no.
Yeah.
I'm not done with it. I just don't have the passion right now, and I know that. So I don't want to. I'm not trying to dive into it. But as far as beyond aware, do you plan on, you know what I mean, picking it up, or are you pretty content with how you're doing it now?
No, yeah, I plan on picking it up, but I enjoy the limited drops, right? Because the way I used to do it, man, it took a while to make money. That's why I tried. You just put a lot of time, a lot of effort, right, for literally cents. But then it starts to evolve and you get some money. But I look at it. It's almost like you need to have a form of creativity. And that's my form, right? Making the merch and putting it on people and do photography, videos. Like me and Julio make dope ass commercials.
Right.
And hopefully I can get someone to be involved with it, right, as well, and have the same passion and push it forward with me. But it's not my main priority, you know. But it is one of them, you know.
Right.
I can't. It's like I got it tatted on me, bro. I can't fucking just say, oh, I'm done with it. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta do something.
That's hard, huh? I've done that where I've told Mara, I'm done with this shit. I don't want nothing to do it. She goes, man, we built this from the ground up.
Yeah,
and I think about it, so, yeah, okay, maybe I'm just on a break. I don't know, because.
Would you have it tatted too? Do you have the?
No, but all my head tattoos are all shirt designs. So I mean, technically,
yeah. I got mine right here, bro. It's like I fucking got a reminder right here. Constantly.
Yeah, you're right. No, I didn't think about that. I mean, until you asked that, yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 of my head tattoos are shirt designs.
Yeah.
So
you got a shitload of tattoos, but I always like to say when people have a lot of tattoos, they just have one.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the pieces together.
So I don't know how many I have.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I call it a big blob because I got like, my right arm is professional, my left arm is garage made. So it's like, you put them together, it's like, holy shit.
Well, I got a garage tattoo, bro. I fucking hate it. But oh well, I can't see it. It's on my back.
What is it?
It's so I got like a Jesus Christ. I got the dude. What I got? I got the dude that like hammered Jesus Christ on the cross.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Held by Jesus Christ, some shit like that.
Like a whole back piece?
Yeah, like half my back, the top, and then like a bunch of fucking skulls around.
Yeah.
It was a dumb decision. Even the way I paid for it was dumb, so I should have just been a lot smarter. But I was 19. No, I'm not gonna show it.
No.
I was like, no.
No, I want to know. Can we talk about how you paid for it?
Oh, I paid like with like Vicodin pills and pain pills and all this other shit. You know what I mean?
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it was just.
So you got what you paid for?
I got what I paid for, bro. Yeah, I did it in my garage. I did it it was like 3 sessions. You know?
Yeah.
I got a dove, but it looks like a pigeon. You know what I mean?
Have you ever seen? That's a shield.
Yeah, bro.
Look at my wizard.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I think.
Oh yeah, we're on the same page, bro.
My art says cover that shit up. I said no, actually, I want to fix it. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to keep like a reminder of what I did.
Well, now no shit. If there's any tattoo artists, you got 2 clients right here.
Yeah,
like fuck.
We'll give you a shout out. No, I'm just kidding. I used to. In the beginning, when we first started boning and all that, I was new to Instagram at that time too. I think I just had my personal page like a year. Technically, I'm new to social media. I just started in 2014, basically.
Oh yeah, you're doing great though, bro.
So thank you. But when we started, I used to always do like the bone, especially bonehead. Because I didn't know, right? I didn't know, so I'd be like, hey, bro, I'll shoot your shirt if you give me a shout out, right? This guy had 2,000 followers. I'm like, man, this thing's loaded.
Yeah.
And then up the years, like, we're pushing over 100,000 followers. And that ain't shit. Like, that don't mean shit. I don't care who you are, right? That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you're like this super big name company, 100,000 followers, you're not selling 20,000 shirts every drop. You know, people are like, dude, you guys are blowing up. I'm like, no, my numbers are blowing up, but not.
Yeah, not the
merch. It don't mean nothing.
I've been lucky with since I do everything limited, and the people that have supported us, right? I only have like 5,000 followers on Beyond Aware, but anytime I drop something, I get close to selling out. You know.
Oh, yeah.
But I've just had a good support crew.
Right.
And someone might not buy something that spring, but they'll buy something in the winter.
Right.
And then I've just, over the years, I just like to title it to just being a cool person, and being a good person on top of that.
Right.
And so it's like they constantly just support when their finances are right or when they like something, right?
Right.
It's not like you know, not everybody's gonna like every drop that you do, but if they like it, you don't buy it, you know.
But you do have those certain people who are like, it don't matter. You drop it, they're getting it.
Yeah.
They'll wash it with their car. You made it, it don't matter. They'll use it to wash their car.
Yeah, I love that shit. It's always good.
So like talking about it, I'm getting like hyped up again.
Yeah,
like,
fucking do it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Make a collab, you know.
In the morning, we're like, fuck that. I won't. we need a collab. We did talk about the collab on a few years ago. But yeah, we can work out something. I think we could do something.
I think we could. I think it'd be easy.
We should do something with July King. I want to do Julio shorts.
Yeah, Julio shorts are fucking. Your nuts might as well come out, you know, with those shorts, bro.
But I think they'd be a hit because I'm old here. The kids are rocking them, you know what I mean?
I know. Don't age us, bro, you know?
It's crazy. I catch myself saying that a lot. I'm a kid.
I'm 31. You said you're 40?
I'll be 42 in March.
42? Yeah. March what?
16th.
Okay, I'm March 8th. Right
oh
there.
Man, Pisces.
Pisces. Yeah, it's you start seeing the next generation like Julio. Like I admire Julio a lot, right?
Right.
Like the way he's focused at his age is insane, and so I can just imagine what he's going to be when he gets to our age, right?
Yeah.
And that's all credit to just himself and how he thinks, you know. But it's also dope that we can keep, you know, someone that age around us because we get to understand what is next. And that's the only thing, that's what's very important, just understanding the market and understanding like what's coming. And you might not have to be all the way into it and might not even like it, but you have to kind of know about it a little bit, right? It's almost like when the TV came out. Like the TV was the grand fucking thing, and then these fucking things right here, my bad I don't got a phone, but then these came out, and then this is like the modern TV.
Bet.
Know? So then now it's like, cool.
Bet. No cap.
No cap.
Julio teaches me all the cool, like Sneaky Link.
Yeah, bro. Sneaky Link. What's the other? So I still say fire, and then now I think that might be old, you know? Like.
But you know what? One thing, I've never been like the hip to the words. Even when I was young, I couldn't say like, I can't say dope. I can't say like, I say cap and best around, like I've never been like hip to like, I just couldn't do it.
They're gonna call you the boomer. You know what I mean?
I think 'cause I was raised around older men most of all, and you know, I was always around my dad and like his older team. He was a preacher, so I was always raised around men. So I've always like never like, not that I didn't grow up, but sometimes I don't understand like the younger, like the now talk.
Yeah,
like dudes my age, I'm like, why are you saying dope? But that's me, nothing bad. That's just,
but you're gonna
because
hear it,
I can't say it. I mean, I can't say it. Like to me, it doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. No, you're gonna hear. I mean, your daughters are getting to the teenage years, you know.
Bet.
So yeah, you're gonna hear all that shit.
Oh, am I? Pause. No?
Yeah, pause. You know.
I thought Sneaky Link was a joke, a website.
Oh, it could be a website.
Yeah. Sneakerlink.com. You know what I mean? Coming to you soon.
Brought to you by July King.
Fucking July King.
So man, you gonna have any kids of your own, or?
Yeah. So obviously
Speaking of kids.
My girl, she came with a beautiful package, and it's taught me how to be a dad, right? But at some point, you know, like I wouldn't mind seeing a little Arley running around, but it's not. I always joke with my girl. I'm like, yo, my business is my kid, you know.
Yeah.
So if it lines up, cool. I definitely have a time clock now because my girl says I'm getting older, you know, but. I'm in no rush. You know?
Yeah. I mean, shit, people are having about 40 now.
Yeah, I mean, Jared, you know.
All over your ass,
yeah,
Jared.
I'm fucking on you, Jared. Come to the podcast so you can get me back, you know.
Now, I did tell him I'm gonna have him on. I would like to have him on, that way he can rap for us.
Yeah, Tricky Spade.
Tricky Spade. No?
And Thoya was like Miss Tricky Spade or something.
Wait, was
like
she
that.
the singer?
Nah, she was just her. Yeah, well, they've been together for a long time.
Right.
I'm not gonna say the groupie because that's my best friend's cousin. I grew up with them, bro. I literally, when I first met Jared, he threw a fucking Nerf ball across the river and it hit me right in the nuts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro. And that was my interaction. That was my introduction to Jared Osborne.
Yeah. The pipe master.
Yeah, a pipe. Yeah, serving pipes all over the HD. Oh man, all right, let's.
Yeah. But we are gonna bring on Tricky Spades. I just
Pipe
whistled.
master, I like that.
The pipe master.
The Fight Master, bro. Yeah.
So what's in the near future as far as like, I mean, we might have touched on it, but business-wise,
Yeah.
do you want to move out? I know the place right now. You're kind of looking for another place, a bigger place, maybe. Or?
Yeah. So I have 1 year. I have 1 year left under the official 208 office.
Well, let me ask this: what is your goal for the newer place?
Yeah, more media, like podcast setup, green screen, high ceilings, robotic arms, anything that's in the media side, right? So we can obviously not only use it ourselves, but can rent it out to other individuals in the high desert that can come and create themselves that might not have the finances, right, or even the will to want to invest that much, right? Or we kind of help them out get started. Because that shit wasn't around for us, you know? So I would like to kind of give back, but that's the ultimate goal as far as for the next couple of years. Well, not the ultimate goal, but the next couple of years for Mad Studios to see how big we can get.
That's funny you said that because there is a lot of people who may not want to invest like in this.
For sure.
They just rather rent it as needed.
Yep.
And you know what? I get it. Like I understand it because they might not use it as much as we're going to use it or as much as we do use it. They just may need it once a month, twice a month, and it might be easier to say, here's a couple bucks and we'll be here for a few hours and we'll get on our way.
Yeah, and I mean that all not only does it help with like overhead and stuff like that, but it's like you're giving back and you're giving someone an opportunity and hopefully they take it as far as they want to take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Arley, anything you want to speak about before we end this?
So I'd like to speak about Market 760. We're actually throwing it at Adelanto Stadium July 4th.
Oh, July 4th?
Yeah, 4th of July.
It sounded, you said it not right. You said July 4th.
Yeah, well, because I was looking at this guy right here, you know what I mean? I lost my train of thought, you know? But,
no, he's not wearing shorts.
He's not wearing shorts. It's a rare moment right here. He's wearing pants. 4th of July, we plan on throwing it at the Adelanto Stadium.
Nice, okay.
So my goal for that business venture has always been to compete against the fairgrounds of Victorville, California, you know?
That's right, they do an event there as well.
They do an event there, so I want to be like, everyone knows about the fairgrounds, and I want Market 760 to be like right there, at some point beat them out, but right now I'll be cool if I'm close.
Well, what can we expect at Market 760 on the 4th?
So you can expect like 50 food vendors, you can expect fireworks shows, and just a bunch of family fun and a safe place to come hang out, You don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to, and if you do, you can wear it. We're not going to judge you.
To each their own.
To each their own, bro.
Well, you got our support, and we'll definitely plug it for you, and we'll make it happen.
Cool.
4th of July.
And they're like, oh, we got plans already. You guys are never there,
No, we're usually home, huh?
We went to two for one.
The what?
We went to the first one.
Went to the first, the last couple we had, I think, shoots on or something. We were filming Tales of the King, but no, we'll be there.
Cool.
We'll be
Let's
there.
do it.
Arley, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro. No, let's cheers right here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Appreciate you.
You guys, thank you for tuning in to our first episode of It's What We Do podcast with producer July King.
July King.
Sponsored by Black Widow Investigations. We hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned. We'll talk to you soon. I can't say King Life because what do I say?
It's what we do.
It's what we do. There it is. Hell yeah.